Hell, what's this? Oh, it's Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. Let's go. Let's get this shit over with. I actually really quite like this game. I grew up as a Sonic fan. Full disclosure, I just recorded an episode and it was fine and I actually quite enjoyed it, and then I fucking didn't do the audio. What's wrong with me, man? Whatever, I'm gonna play it again because I thought it was fine. I thought it was a fine episode of me rambling into a computer, so why not do it again? And I can actually play better this time because I had practice. Maybe I'll die less. Except I went on the low path. Well, there's all this shit here, so it's fine. And I'm still invincible. Oh my god. Oh yeah, alright, cool. Oh, there's no spin dash in this game. Right. What was I talking about in the lost deleted episode where I didn't fucking record my audio? Mostly I was just comparing Sonic and Mario and shit. It's fine. Talking about people ragging on this game, or the series of games, and it's all mostly justified. Like, the newer Sonic games, I don't know. I grew up with the Sega Genesis titles, like most kids. Oh, can I do it this time? We'll find out. And I love them to death. I grew up with, well, let's see, what did I say last time? I grew up specifically with Super Mario Bros. 3 was my first gaming experience that I can remember. And Pokemon Blue, the Japanese version, had an exchange student from Japan. Oh shit, I'm gonna fuck up. No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Okay, sorry, you got sidetracked there. I had an exchange student from Japan, and he had the Japanese Blue, which is awesome, and I played the shit out of it because Pokemon's rad. And as my exposure to the games was in Japanese, so that's hilarious to me. Oh, there's the Emerald. Anyway, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So Super Mario Bros. 3, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Pokemon are my gaming forefathers, I suppose you could say. I never owned a Nintendo console except for Game Boy Advance. So I didn't play Super Mario Bros. 3 or any of those at home. I went to friends' houses and did that. Same actually with Sonic the Hedgehog for a little bit, but I got a Sega Genesis pretty quickly. And also the Sega Smash Pack for PC, which had Sonic 2 on there, and Sonic 3? I don't remember. No, maybe not. I think it was just Sonic 2. But I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles because I eventually did get a Genesis and got Sonic and Knuckles specifically, and then eventually Sonic 3. And that Sega Smash Pack for PC also got me into Shining Force, which is a rad game. Shining Force 2 wasn't on it, but that's a good game too. My point is, I grew up with Sonic the Hedgehog as a large part of my gaming upbringing, I would say. And I like them a lot. They're really colorful. I think the graphics in this game are better than Super Mario Brothers, or Super Mario World, I believe, even though it's older. It's a kind of contentious statement, but I do think that the art direction is a little more solid, personally. And then they just improved on it with the sequels, obviously. Like, Sonic 3 is a beautiful game. Oh, I didn't have 50 rings. Well, fuck me. Whatever. And Sonic 3 and Knuckles is legitimately a good game. Sonic 1 has some kinks. Sonic 2 has a lot more, like, cheap level design stuff, like, is kind of present in the first game. The biggest knock for the first game is that there's no spin dash, which was a huge improvement. God, get on that spring. That Sonic 2 introduced. And then Sonic 3 is just, like, perfect. I don't know. It's a great game. So yeah, whoa. Oh, thank you. That was weird. Well, yeah, I grew up with the Genesis games, and I love them to death. I liked oh, jeez. Oh, except for that. That's a common complaint. Oh, I didn't even know that was there. But yeah, I like these games a lot, and I tried to play Sonic Adventure as a kid, and I like that too. I played the Dreamcast version at first instead of the director's cut. So my early memories of Sonic Adventure was the Dreamcast version. Oh, come on, I know I know what I'm doing, I swear. I swear this isn't bullshit. You'll see the magic of what I'm trying to do in a second. There we go. Oh my god. I could just... Whatever. Let's go. I could have done that, like, way quicker. Okay. Oh, it's boss time. Oh, I forgot what zone I was on. I was just in the moments talking about my nostalgia. Yeah, Sonic. Okay, so I guess the core of it is that Sonic gives me a lot of nostalgia, right? Like, obviously. But I still think that these games are really good. And they're classics for a reason. But what I was getting with the Sonic Adventure stuff is I love that as a kid, and it's not a classic. Not really. I tried to replay it as an adult slash an older teenager, and it sucks. It's really bad. Especially the GameCube version is just, oh, it's atrocious. There's segments of Sonic Adventure that I think are fun. But on the whole, it's just not good. You know, as after Sonic Adventure 2, I've never really played a 3D Sonic since Sonic Adventure 2, which is similarly as bad as Sonic Adventure 1. There's good bits in it, but it is mostly bad. Which I don't know, maybe that's an unpopular opinion. But here I am saying that I'm a Sonic fan, so, you know, whatever. Fuck you. If you're mad at me, it's fine. You can be mad at me. It's okay. I'll let you be mad at me. One of my favorite YouTuber, well, I don't know if he's my favorite, but he's one of my favorites. You know, Aaron Hansen, good old fucking Game Grumps. I love that guy, and Danny too. But this is mostly about Aaron because he hates Sonic, and that's a pretty well documented thing, and it's hilarious, and I love it. It's really funny to watch Sonic fans get really angry at Aaron. But I love all of their Sonic playthroughs. I think they're all hilarious. The unavoidable chin move and the climactic finale of Sonic and Black Knight is classic. Some good rage moments, and the slide guitars on the Big the Cat levels. It's so good. But there's a lot of things about Sonic the Hedgehog that suck, and you know, it's important to acknowledge that. But it's also important to know that there are good things in the games. Like, I do think that the first 3 2D platformers are quite stellar, I would say. That's mostly what I was saying on the episode that was lost. But now I'm playing a lot faster. Like, I got through that level, like, twice as fast as I did the first time, because I had practice. The more you know. I'm probably still going to stop at the end of this stage, but it's fine. Whoa, shit. Okay. So much lava, so many enemies, wow. Okay. I'm alive. I made it to the boring underground section. I really liked this level as a kid. As an adult, I'm not sure. There's a lot of this stuff. Just standing and waiting. And standing and waiting. Oh, there's lava. Like, the graphic design of this level is weird because, like, that section specifically, the lava takes up so much of the screen. It's not, I don't know. It's interesting. Ooh. I think that the Sonic game design kind of went in a few interesting directions over the course of its original trilogy. Most people, including me, will say that Sonic 3 and Knuckles is definitely the best of them, and it's great. It's a masterpiece. Well, yeah, it's good. I like it enough to call it a masterpiece. It is among probably in my top 10 games of all time. But there's stuff about Sonic 1 that I think is really cool. And there's a lot of like art direction things that I think are really rad. Like this shield is so rad looking. And I don't think that any of the normal shields in any of the games look quite as cool. But... and this lava's not great. Like, it's kind of gross looking. But, you know, this background is a little bit static. But yeah, that's only, like, after I'm really looking at it. Like, it's selling the environment. And it's really unique looking, especially compared to other games. It's like, Sam Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. There's rings down there, but I don't give a fuck. Oh, man. Like, that enemy's cool, and the fact that you're a woodland creature killing robots that have little animals stuck in them. I feel like this whole, like, original concept of Sonic is kind of lost into... oh, shit. I'm a fucking idiot. the original like concept of Sonic the Hedgehog with the like, it's the evil man turning animals into robots and you gotta save them, save your woodland creatures. I don't know, I think the minute that Sonic got a voice actor is when it kind of went downhill for me. Like, all of this like non-verbal storytelling stuff is cool, like especially Sonic 3. All the stuff with Knuckles, like they ruin Knuckles in every single iteration of him in any other game other than Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Because I don't know, in that game he's like a trickster, and yeah, he gets tricked by Robotnik, Eggman, whatever his name is supposed to be. But like he's cunning, like he's not a big dumb doofus that likes to make stupid jokes and is a big dumb old idiot like in Sonic Boom. I don't know. I think that they've never captured any of the characters the way that they could be in any sort of like voice acted role. There's a lot of like, this game is really timeless looking, but when you think Sonic, you think like weird, way past cool 90s nostalgia bullshit, and it's like, it's not really what this game is. Like, it's very timeless looking. Like, you're a woodland creature going around stopping a crazy maniac doctor dude that's turning animals into robots, and you gotta save the day. And it's cool, and it's like, he looks so, like he's doing the two fingers for the victory sign and that, but he looks so like cute and happy. He doesn't look like edgy. Like, what the fuck is Shadow the Hedgehog? Jesus Christ. Why is that a thing? Like, don't get me wrong, I love Shadow the Hedgehog when I was a kid. He's like, oh, he's so cool. He's a badass. He's black and whatever. I mean, his fur's black. He's not like, you know, whatever. Anyway. But now I just like, fucking god damn it, I'm such a trash at this, whatever. But like, I don't know, it just like loses some of its original magic, you know? Like, all of these voice acted iterations of Sonic doesn't really capture the feeling that I get from any of the first three games at all. Like, this is an adventure, and there's no voice acting, and he's a woodland creature that's saving his friends, and he's not trying to be hip and cool. Like, the coolness factor was all marketing, right? Like, shit, I'm such a trash person playing this game, jeez. Alright, let's not die. I'll have more lives than I did last time, so it's fine. Whatever. Anyway, sorry, I get sidetracked by being awful at this game. My point is that the original Sonic games had a certain flow to them, a certain like art direction that isn't really like captured anymore, I guess. Like Sonic Mania, I think, looks pretty good, and like, I don't know, the iteration of classic Sonic and the Sonic Generations kind of missed the boat for me, because it was like trying a little too hard to be like, this is what old Sonic looks like, right? Like, I don't know. But Sonic Mania looks like it's pretty good. I don't know. I think that everybody who has been a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog is going to be a fan of Sonic Mania. Obviously, Christian Whitehead knows what the fuck he's doing. Unlike Sonic Team, you know, as you do. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It's really hard to explain why I feel that way in particular about these old games. Like, there's something magical about the art direction of this first game, especially. He's so original and whatever. Oh shit, I'm dead. Wait, no. Oh, I lived. Like, I don't know. I don't think that the new games capture the same feeling. They capture a feeling, that's for sure. It's not really the... what the heck? What was that? Whatever. It's not the feeling that me as a person that grew up playing these games wants to feel anymore, which is why I haven't bought a Sonic game since Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for GameCube. And even then, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle's just okay. Like, there's some okay parts. Sonic Adventure, I think, ruined Sonic for me. And maybe the TV show too, a little bit. But who knows? I didn't really watch much of the TV show, so I think just the fact that, oh shit, I'm dead. Okay, I'm not going to the beginning of the level. The last recording I made of this, I died in a similar place and I didn't get the checkpoint and I just had to start over. It's annoying. Anyway, I don't know. I'm beating a dead... Oh, I'm gonna die again. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm beating a dead horse a little bit about this particular aspect of it, but it's important, I think, because I like game design and I'm, you know, always working on game design documents and thinking of art and worlds and whatever. Not that I will ever necessarily put out a game, but it'd be cool to do because I like the idea of making games. And I want to like figure out like what exactly is what exactly about this game in particular, not necessarily Sonic in general, but specifically this game that feels magical to me. And like I think Shovel Knight is a good example of a game that has its own a modern game specifically, I mean, that has its own very focused art design and magicalness, I suppose, to it. And I really like Shovel Knight for that. I think it's one of the best, what would I say, modern games to invoke nostalgia that have ever been made, I guess. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's like, it's a good game on its own right, but it's also an amazing game to evoke nostalgia, because it's kind of like Mega Man, a little bit, but it's not exactly Mega Man. It's its own thing. And it has its own story and art direction, and it's got that same level of magicalness. Alright, here's the boss. Fuck you, fuck you. I lived. And that's my point, is like, I want to see, like, what I can learn. Wow, I did a lot better on that boss than I did the first time. I'm gonna see what I can learn from this game specifically, because it has a very special, like, design and direction to it that I don't see in basically any other game. And so yeah, I want to learn a little bit. All right, time to get sprung.